some excitement into Manchester United at the minute. You know, obviously you don't want to be chucking them in at the other end, but the way you're playing and the goals, the amount of goals you're scoring, do you think that's getting to where you think the fans want it to be?
No, I think definitely. If you see the goals we score lately, so in Copenhagen, in Everton, also on the Wednesday in Istanbul, were great team goals, and from really having a good plan, bringing the creativity, and bring the players in positions where they are on their best, and we scored some great goals.
Donny van der Beek said last week that he considered leaving in January. Will you allow him to leave, and are there other players who've had those conversations about possibly going with you?
I think Donny has to play, and he in games he was in the squad, so then he had the opportunity, but it was a slow start in the season because he still recovered from setbacks, physical setbacks. But I think now he's back and he's doing really well in the training. So if we can't give him perspective, I can see that he has to play for his career, for everything.
And just on the the game tomorrow, you said last season, I think it was before the League Cup final, that Newcastle could be annoying with their time wasting. Have you seen a change in the way they approach games now? Do you think they don't do as much time wasting?
I didn't say that. The time wasting, I made that point clear, but that the term annoying, that was positive for them. It's a really difficult team to play. So I meant that in a very positive way, because I just said it, I respect the way they do it, and they are physical. They're very good transition, so very good organising the pressing. They're doing a great job there, and I like to play against them.
Dave. Eric, you've made some big selection calls in your time here with Ronaldo, with Harry Maguire, with other players as well, Varane. But with Onana, you've stuck by him, even though he's made some high-profile mistakes. Why is that? And why do you feel that is it a blind spot you have with him, or do you feel that he deserves that loyalty from you?
Players always needs trust, but I just explained, he's after Alisson. In this moment he is the best stopper in the league, so from preventing of expected goals. So then you deserve to play, or isn't?
But do you not feel, and I mean, it was noticeable at the end in Galatasaray, in Istanbul, none of the players came over to, put an arm around him, support him. I think Bayern did. Can you understand it if some players are starting to lose confidence in Andre because of the mistakes he's making? Is that understandable?
No, but that will not happen. And this dressing room is together. And football is a game of mistakes, and everyone can make a mistakes. But then the team has to bend this, and this team has to cover that. And so we will operate.
Jamie.
Hi, Eric. You agree that he's been poor in the Champions League? You just said that. So for the last game,
I didn't say that.
Okay, you agree he's not been as good in the Champions League. You just said this, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So for the last game in the Champions League, would you be brave enough to drop him for Bayern because he's not performing well in that competition?
No.
Even though it's for the detriment of the team, as sort of David's saying, maybe.
But it would be. It's obvious. He has the potential. He showed it.
It's not good though, maybe. It might help him if you take him out of the team in the long run.
No, you don't help him. But so I have trust in Tom, in Altier, Claire, but Andre. You see it. So once again, after Alisson, so prevented the most expected goals from the whole league. He was in Champions League, so much experience with Ajax. Last year in Inter Milan, last year he was in the Champions League after Neuer, Courtois, the best keeper. So he is a great keeper. So he has the potential, and so we have to work on him that he is doing consistent. And we will work with him, and we will support him, the manager, the coaches, and also the players. They support him.
Is he undroppable then for you?
Of course not. No one is undroppable. that is also clear. But we believe, and we have a strong belief, that he will help us win trophies.
Rob. Hi, just on Andre again. I know that he's made a mistake on Wednesday, but he was also involved in the first goal. His pass out leads to Garnacho scoring that goal. Because of the type of goalkeeper he is and the character he is, do you almost accept that sometimes he's going to make individual mistakes because he offers you more in other areas, perhaps different to other goalkeepers that you've had?
No, you don't accept, because he has the potential, he has the abilities to be solid in all the facets of all the elements of football. But yeah, he gives you also something extra. And so, yeah, definitely in and out of possession.
Michael.
Hi, Eric. Alejandro's played so well in the last 2 games out left. It feels like he's got to start in that position in the wide left area. So where does that leave Marcus at the moment? Because he also prefers to play in that role. And is it difficult to get Marcus and Alejandro in the team when they both prefer to play from the left?
You didn't see our games? You didn't see our games?
Yeah, but they
we
both
play against with Copenhagen, with both in the team. We play against Everton, with both in the team.
Okay.
So and now Reggie was suspended.
But is it difficult to get them both playing at their best in the same team together when both prefer to play from the left?
But that is you make this your conclusion. Huh? But Reggie can play from the right, and he likes to play from the right, and he can also play through the middle, and he can play from the left. So yeah, I think he's really multifunctional.
Last question, Dan.
Eric, your opponents on Saturday were on the wrong side of a very questionable VAR decision. I don't know if you would have seen it. If you could make one big change to VAR this season, what would it be? What would you like to see changed?
For me, VAR should be clear and obvious. Clear and obvious. I think that is the criteria.
Is Andre going for that one? Has that decision been made yet? Anana?
So when they call him, we have to. He has to go. But we are in talks.
Yeah. Okay.